coworkers, Courtney and Wiggy, who have returned after a near-death experience on Outer Limits SV43. Who goes first? Courtney?
I'm speechless. Like, that was so fun. I could have been out there all day. I got very nervous when we started hitting the bumps.
Yes.
Wiggy turned away, and he was, like, touching the window. And I said, these windows don't roll down. So I got a bit nervous there.
That's when I had to hang up on you guys, because there was at one point, you're doing 80, but it feels 120.
Yeah.
And so we're doing about $1.15, and we're hitting like
waves,
whatever they are. Yeah. And
yep, that would be a wave.
And then he's like, he takes his hands off the steering wheel. He's like, don't worry about it. And man, I tell you. And then we got up to about like 135, 138.
Did you go 138 miles?
Yeah, we went a little bit over 138 at one point. I got the whole thing on video.
Yeah.
It was so
fast.
Fun. It was so fun.
Okay, so you're nervous.
No,
I'm
anxiety.
Addicted. You're addicted.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Put me in Fast and Furious on the water.
So,
like
Santo,
my hands were in the air. I was hooting and hollering.
Santo needs to buy a boat.
Yeah.
We
I think that's what we decided.
Gonna have to work.
You know what
boat before house.
You know what the scariest part of it is that you're going so fast. Like if you're in a on the highway, you're in the lane, so you see what's kind of in front of you. But like boats are going like that, and you're going so fast.
Yeah.
And you can like if a boat just happens to go across you,
it's not going to happen. Well, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, because there's no lanes out there. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing on the boat.
If you are a captain, if you have your boating license, you know the way of the water.
Yeah,
like,
but
who has right of way?
You run up on things like the metal things that are in the water. What are those buoys? You run up on them so fast. It's like that's scary.
Also, just to be clear, the person who said earlier on the show they use the breakdown lane to get ahead of everybody else is concerned that there aren't lanes in the ocean. Is that?
Yes, I would like some lanes in the ocean.
I just wanted to be clear about that.
At one point, that boat went across, and I said, can they just do that? Like, because we're going so fast. You next thing you know, you're right up on somebody. Imagine hitting a boat doing 120 miles an hour.
But Wiggy's right. Like when I'm going around Castle Island, you'll see these cruise ships, and then you see jet skis. I'm like, how do they?
Yeah.
How does that not happen?
It's a free for all out there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I think the rule of the ocean is the bigger one doesn't stop. So if you're the smaller one, you need to be aware.
Is that what it is?
It takes the bigger one. It's kind of like, it's like life. It takes the bigger ones longer to stop. It's like we can't slow down as quickly as.
I would recommend it for everybody if you can get on it. And if you're like.
So did you overcome your fear?
I listen. I was scared the whole time. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, but now.
Would I get back on it?
Would you get on any kind of speedboat?
No, I prefer like sitting right in the.
I know you like that, but would you?
No,
okay.
I probably wouldn't do it.
So it's not going to become something.
No. I like cruising at like 40 miles an hour.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. Like, I'm so happy I did it. I'm so happy I did it. I'm so happy I didn't eat anything before, but I'm so happy I did it.
They are beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like
and comfortable. The seats are so comfortable.
Yeah.
It was just right in front of Wiggy, he had the
speedometer.
Speedometer?
Yeah.
And I couldn't really see that, so I kept yelling to Wiggy, what are we at? What are we at? It was very nice.
Can you see anything like when
oh, yeah.
you're going 130
yeah.
still see and
well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like a blur.
No, but everything that's in front of you is on you quick, so that's what makes you nervous. And I don't go on many boats, but it feels like you're going faster than you actually are.
Yeah.
When we were doing like 60 in the turn, I felt like we were going way faster than that. Or we were doing 75, and it felt like we were doing 100. For some reason, boats feel faster than cars.
Well, we want to thank Dan and everybody at Outer Limits.
Good job.
They were great.
Keeping our guys safe.
He brought us home. Way to bring us home. I felt like Trump. I got up with the fist pump like I survived.
Fight!
That was my moment.
Almost as iconic.
You have any kind of a band? Are you wearing any kind of a
No,
band-aid?
I didn't have no Band-Aid, so I just gave the Trump fist pump.
Is that the greatest bandage of all time?
It probably
that
is.
year
I mean, who else is in the running? I mean,
Kurt Schilling, Bloody Sock.
Okay, all right, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, no, the Band-Aid on the air started a movement.
Yeah, right, that is it.
Oh, the Nelly
yeah,
Band-Aid
I was
under the eye.
Band-Aid.
That's true.
No, but I would recommend if I don't know if they like rent them where they take people out.
I hope they don't rent them to random people.
No.
They have a license.
I could never drive that thing. Never.
What?
In a million years.
What's going on? Nice.
What, you need a fan?
Oh, shoot.
It's a misty
Oh,
fan.
it's like a mister, too.
Well, that's Nicole. We should thank Mike and Nicole, our hosts here.
Yes.
Can we have a round of
The
applause
best.
for them for having us here?
Yes.
Wiggy, this feels. It was hot in the boat.
Yeah, we had a little breeze though, but it wasn't bad.
When we first got in, Wiggy's like, Courtney, are you hot
I
back
was
there?
sweating.
I was like,
But how can you not? I mean, you're going 130 miles an hour. I would assume
Right.
there's a breeze.
There's a little, but when they stuff you in, you know, I'm a
'cause you're
bigger
stuffed
guy.
in down low.
Are you sure it was sweat and not pee?
Did you have trouble getting in and out of
Yes.
it? Yes. Yeah,
It,
that
it,
was-
it Courtney,
more
they're
specific.
roomy for Courtney,
Yeah.
but for us bigger guys, Greg, it's like,
not so
you know,
roomy. Not so roomy.
Does this make you change your mind about like NASCAR drivers being athletes?
oh, I said, listen, I'm not, they're still not athletes,
Okay.
but you got to have some balls, and that takes a lot out of you. Courtney doesn't consider them as like, you know, like she
I
thinks they're-
consider the car the athlete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no way. When you're in that thing and it's throwing you around, and you gotta engage your core.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty. I mean, you look at those who do the NASCAR version on the water, like trying to set the speed records and stuff. Like that's
Hell no.
ballsy.
What?
Yeah.
What? I would rather run across the middle with no helmet on than have to, like, try to see how fast I can get that thing to go or race it like NASCAR.
How quickly does it decelerate? Like how fast were you from
You
140
can't decelerate. It doesn't quickly decelerate because if you hit the brakes, I mean, I
flip.
can only imagine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you got to go from like 140 and then you're like down to like 120, but you don't just, you know.
You have to slowly do it.
It's scary when you do decelerate.
That's for me would be the scary.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the
the-
scariest part.
The deceleration was when the guy asked you to move to the front.
Listen,
That was what.
yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. As fast as we were going, I needed about an extra 40 or 50 pounds.
Did you go up in the air? I've been on one of those one time, and when you go up in the air over a wave, you don't hear anything. The engine stops, and then it comes back down. And did that?
No, we were smooth out there. And Courtney will tell you, when we first come out, we start hitting those things.
You did not like
And
that.
no, I was
Waves.
super nervous. And the guy told me, Dan, the driver, he said they'll go into like 10-foot waves. What? And then just
Ooh.
take off.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's what he was. I think he wanted to get a little bit more like, you know, tricky. But I was like, hey, slow it down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are. It's a Flex Friday at
Woo.
the Tipsy Seagull. Yeah, Tipsy Seagull in Fall River. Unbelievable place.
Yeah.
Our first time here, and we will be back. Actually, we'll probably be here for most of the day, and then we're going to Newport
Yep.
for lunch and whatever.
Are you getting on one of those like similar like that?
Yes,
Greg?
we're going on a boat like that over to Newport, Courtney and I.
You'll love it.
And then I'm going to make a weekend of it in Newport.
Double date. You, Lindsay, me, and Bobes.
Yes.